Hello and welcome back to my last half hour. Yes. Okay, when was the last time you saw a flying saucer? When was the last time you saw a flying saucer? Come on. A flying saucer. In the kitchen, you have plates, cups, and saucers. Okay, when you drink a coffee, this is a coffee mug. It's not really a cup, mug, a mug. A cup is this classical cup, taza. And under the cup, well, you have a saucer. Okay, a saucer. Okay, a saucer. Viene la palabra salsa, sauce. Escrito sauce. Sauce is salsa. Ketchup, mustard, these are sauces. And the French, se supone, the French are supposed to be experts in making sauces. Spanish people make good sauces too. The Italians make delicious sauces. And a saucer es como si fuera salsador, donde se pone la salsa. But now it means platillo, pequeño plato debajo del café, de la taza. Is a plate, is a saucer. Also a small plate is called a saucer. Now you say platillo volante, platillo volador, flying saucer. We say a flying saucer. A UFO, unidentified flying object. Unidentified flying object. UFO, no decimos UFO, ojo, como los sudamericanos. We say UFO, decimos las letras, UFO, UFO. And a ufologist, is an expert, los ufólogos, and you say in Spanish, ovni. Now, when was the last time you saw a flying saucer? When was the last time you saw a UFO? Answer. No. I've never seen, not I never saw, I have never seen a UFO. When was the last time you saw a flying saucer? I've never seen a flying saucer. Another question. When was the last time it took you an hour to wash your hair? You know, you wash your hair, you take a shower, you turn on the water, you find the right balance between hot water and cold water so the water's warm or a little hot. Then you step into the shower, okay? And you have some shampoo and you put it on your hair and you begin to wash your hair, okay? And after you wash your hair, then you rinse your hair, aclarar, rinse, escrito rinse. You rinse your hair, and how long does that take you? When was the last time it took you an hour to wash your hair, to wash and rinse your hair? When was the last time it took you an hour? Well, in my case, it's never taken me an hour. Taken. Es irregular, and it's a participle. It's never taken me an hour to wash my hair. It has never, pero siempre hago la contracción. It's never. La contracción it's puede decir it is, o en este caso, it has. It's never taken me an hour to wash my hair. When was the last time somebody took you to a Slovakian restaurant? To where? To a Slovakian restaurant. When was the last time somebody took you to a Slovakian restaurant? Nobody has ever taken me to a Slovakian restaurant. What's a Slovakian restaurant? Oh, come on, it's a restaurant that serves Slovakian food. What's Slovakian food? Well, it's food from the region, from the area that is called Slovakia, the country. Where's that? Don't you remember Czechoslovakia? Oh, yeah. Well, Czechoslovakia was a long country that was created in the Treaty of Versailles after the First World War. But it's not a natural country, it's an artificial country. And so finally, later, many years later, after the fall of the Soviet control in that area, the fall of the Iron Curtain, el telón de acero, en inglés decimos la cortina de hierro, the Iron Curtain. After the fall of the Iron Curtain, then the Czechoslovakia was divided into the Czech Republic, in which the capital is Prague, and Slovakia, in which the capital is Bratislava. Have you ever heard of Bratislava? Well, Bratislava is an important city very near Vienna. very near. It's a question of maybe about like from Madrid to Guadalajara or from Barcelona to Igualada, and you're in Slovakia. Excuse me, you're in Bratislava, from Vienna. Now, when was the last time somebody took you? When was the last time somebody took you to a Slovakian restaurant? Nobody has ever taken me to a Slovakian restaurant. Taken otra vez. Okay? En primera frase, it's never taken me. En este caso es tardar. Nunca me ha llevado. Nunca he tardado una hora en lavarme el pelo. It's never taken me an hour to wash my hair. And nobody has ever taken me to a Slovakian restaurant. To take. En este caso, llevar a una persona a un sitio. Nobody's ever taken me to a Slovakian restaurant. When was the last time when did somebody last teach you how to operate a printing press? Okay, a printing press, una prensa para imprimir con un rotativo. When did somebody teach you last to operate a printing press? Nobody has ever taught me to operate a printing press. When did somebody last teach you to speak Chinese? Nobody has ever taught me how to speak Chinese. Con el verbo to teach y to learn, puedes usar how o no usarlo. Nadie me ha enseñado nunca a hablar chino. Nobody has ever taught me to speak Chinese. Nobody has ever taught me how to speak Chinese. Both are perfectly correct. Now, the important thing here is not how or not how. The important thing here is the taught, the pronunciation. Spanish people never remember the past tense or the participle of the verb to teach. Every day I teach, yesterday I taught, lately I have taught. I teach English, and I have taught 35,000 hours of English. I have taught many different people. I have taught English in many different places. I have taught English in many different ways. I have taught Spanish too. I've taught algebra. I've taught French, a little French. I've taught French, yeah. I was a French teacher for one day, okay? I've taught people how to play golf. I've taught people how to play tennis. I've taught people how to speak in public. I've taught people how to give class on television. I've taught people how to give class on the radio. Good morning and welcome once again to a new English program on the radio. Okay, I've taught people. I've taught people how to read and write. Yeah. I'm a teacher. I've taught people many things. I've taught people how to putt on the green, patear en el green, on the golf course. I've taught people how to run. I've taught people how to start, how to be prepared. When the man says, on your marks, get set, and you start running, I've taught people how to position themselves. Taught. Lo digo 1000 veces, y lo siento, pero es que es necesario, porque llevo 34 años constatando como mis alumnos nunca saben, cuando quiero que lo digan, decir bien, taught. Caught. From the verb to catch. Catch, caught. Think, thought. Buy, bought. Bring, brought. Teach, taught. Salto de te a te, taught. Okay, now when did somebody last teach you how to speak Chinese? Nobody has ever taught me how to speak Chinese. When did somebody last tell you to commit suicide? Can you imagine? In Spanish you say suicidarse. In English, no, we say cometer, literalmente cometer suicidio, to commit suicide or to kill yourself, bam, to commit suicide. When did somebody last tell you to commit suicide? Nobody has ever told me to commit suicide. When did somebody last tell you to fly to Argentina? Nobody has ever told me to fly to Argentina. When did somebody last tell you to learn how to speak into a microphone? Nobody has ever told me to learn how to speak into a microphone. When did somebody tell you to watch this program? I don't know. Are you watching this program because you accidentally found it? Anda, ¿y esto qué es? Are you watching this program or this channel? This is 24 hours a day of English, eh? No está mal, eh? Free. You don't pay. When was the last time somebody told you to watch this program? Okay? Nobody has ever told me. Now, are you watching this program because you like it or because you need it? Did you find this program by accident, or did somebody tell you about this show or about this channel? Okay? Now, when did you last think about investing in the Algerian Stock Exchange? Money, stock market. In New York City, you have the New York Stock Exchange. In Paris, you have the Bourse, you have the CAC. It's the Paris, or the French Stock Exchange. In London, in the city of London, you have the London Stock Exchange. In Madrid, you have la bolsa, the stock market. There are two words for la bolsa, donde puedes comprar y vender valores mobiliarios, títulos de acciones. And that's called the stock market, el mercado de valores, or the stock exchange. Now, there are stock markets in many different countries. You can buy shares. You can buy acciones. You can buy shares in the Russian stock exchange, in the Japanese stock exchange or stock market, in the New York Stock Exchange, and in Madrid. Now, when did you last think about investing money? Investissement in French, investment in English, inversiones in Spanish. And so invertir dinero is to invest money, invertir tiempo, to invest. Fijaos la V, que lo digo bien claro. Invest. No. Invest money, you invest time, you invest effort, and in the English language you need to invest probably all three. Time, money, and effort. Which is the most important of the three? I don't know. Probably effort. Now, to invest, time, money, effort, time, money, effort. Now, you can eliminate one of them and you can learn English, but you can't eliminate two. You can't eliminate, for example, effort and time and only learn English based on money, using money, throwing money at the problem. I need to learn English. I'm rich. I'll pay anything. I'll pay any amount of money to learn English. It's impossible because you need effort or time. Okay? Now, if you keep money and you add effort, then you can learn quickly. Yes, it requires an effort and money. And you can make, over a period of 5 years or 10 years, you can learn English without making an effort, only with time and money, etc. But that's not what we're studying today. Today we're studying when was the last time. Okay, when did you last think about investing in the Algerian stock market? Me never. I've never thought. I've never thought about investing in the Algerian stock exchange. It's crazy. Algeria, what's the capital of Algeria? Do you know? Algiers. In Spanish, say Argelia y Argel. Okay, in English, Algeria y Algers, al revés. Okay, Algiers is the capital of Algeria. Algeria is on the northern coast of Africa. Okay, it's in North Africa. It borders with Morocco on one side and with Tunisia on the other. And in the south, I think, with Mali. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But it's a big country in area. It's a very big country. It's one of the top 10 countries in area. It's one of the top 10 countries in area. What's the largest country in the world in area? Do you know? Come on. No. Yes, you're right. Yeah, Russia. Russia is by far, con mucha diferencia, 7 sílabas in English, by far. I told you the other day, Russia is by far the biggest country in area. The second biggest country in area is Canada. Canada is the country located just north of the United States. Now, it's the second biggest country in area, but a lot of the area is useless. because it's so cold. It's near the North Pole. It's in the Arctic within the Arctic Circle. So, the second biggest country in area is Canada. The third biggest country in area is China. China, yes. Only by a few square kilometers, because the fourth biggest country in area is the United States. And if you take off one little province of China, the United States is bigger. Or if you eliminate Tibet. In Spanish, you say el Tibet. In English, you say Tibet. If you eliminate Tibet, which China took over after the Second World War, in the late 40s and early 50s, they took over Tibet. The United States would be number 3 in area, the largest. Now, Algeria is in the top 10. In Africa, there are 2 countries in the top 10 in area, Algeria and the Sudan, okay? Now, Algeria is not famous for being a stable country. No es famoso por ser, for being. For es una preposición, being. Algeria is not famous for being a stable economy. Political and economic stability are not Algeria's strongest points. Although I'm sure you can live there very well and enjoy life, it's not the most stable country in the world, either politically or economically. Either politically or economically. It's not. El agente negador va antes. It's not the most stable country in the world, either politically or economically. So if I had money, ahora condicional, si tuviera, if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't consider investing it in the Algerian stock market. No way. Para nada. De ninguna manera. No way. Because it's not stable enough, either economically or politically. Okay, so when did you last think about investing? Me? When did I last think about investing in the Algerian stock market? I've never thought about investing in the Algerian stock market. Okay, now, when was the last time it took you 2 hours to find a parking place? When was the last time it took you 2 hours to find a parking place? Me? As far as I can remember, que yo recuerde, and I'll change. As far as I can remember, it's never taken me 2 hours to find a parking place, un sitio donde embarcar. But I remember a friend of mine, another English teacher, a friend of mine lived in an area of this city in which it was impossible when he got home to find a parking place. And so he developed a strategy. He simply parked his car at the end of the street and he waited for a car to leave a parking space, and whew, he went. And he said some days it took 45 minutes. So, in my case, it has never taken me 2 hours to find a parking place. And I imagine in no case in history has it taken somebody 2 hours to find a parking place. Taken. It's never taken me 2 hours to find a parking place. It's never taken me an hour to wash my hair, okay? It's never taken me 2 hours to come to this television studio, okay? It's never taken me 2 hours, okay? When did you last win an archery contest? An archery contest. Do you understand? Archery is it's a sport. It's based on bow and arrow. What's a bow? A bow and an arrow. Bow. How do you spell bow? Do you understand? Bow is B-O-W. B de Barcelona. B-O-W. Bow. Now, strange. English is a strange language. The spelling is for crazy people. B-O-W, bow, okay, has 2 basic meanings, or 3, and the same spelling with a different pronunciation, en este caso bow, has at least 2 meanings, okay? Now, para este caso de esta frase, bow and arrow is arco y flecha. Bow is un arco. And of course the arrow, this is an arrow, you shoot a bow, you shoot an arrow, and you need a bow to shoot the arrow, normally, okay? Now, bow also is un lazo on your shoes. When you tie your shoes, normally you tie it in a bow. Y una pajarita that you wear is a bow tie, okay? So, we have about 5 minutes left. I have time. Bow, okay, the bow. Bow tie, the bow on your shoes, or a bow is un lazo, on a present. They give you a present, and it's wrapped in beautiful paper with a beautiful bow. And you pull it to undo. Se escribe undo. Undo is deshacer. El lazo. Okay? And sometimes some ladies with their little dogs put a bow on the top of the poor dog's head. Now, bow, also B-O-W, has two meanings. La proa de un barco, the bow, and the stern. The bow is the front of the boat or the ship, and the stern is the back. The bow, pero se escribe igual. And bow is also hacer una reverencia, like this. Thank you very much. I bow. If I'm an actor on the stage and I finish and people are applauding, I bow. At the end of this program, probably I won't bow. I'll say thank you and see you tomorrow, but I won't bow. Now, the Japanese people bow a lot. In the West, we shake hands. In the East, especially Japan, people bow, okay? To bow, all right? And to bow is to bend over a bit in a reverential way, okay? It's to bow. Now, my question here is, when did you last win the first prize in an archery contest? Archery, archery, tiro con arco, okay? A bow and an arrow. Okay, to shoot an arrow in the air, okay? A bow and arrow. When did you last win first prize in an archery contest? Me, I've never won first prize, never. I've never won an archery contest in my life. In fact, I've never participated. Yes, I have, but no, that's wrong. I have. When I was a little boy, maybe 7 or 8 years old, I remember, I learned to shoot a bow and arrow. I learned archery, and I remember we had some contests, but I didn't win. Later, when I was 20, I bought a bow and arrow here in Spain. 22 or 23. I bought a bow and arrow in Spain, and I practiced some, okay? Archery, tiro con arco. It's an Olympic event. It's an Olympic event. Una prueba olímpica. It's an Olympic event. Event, además de acontecimiento, evento también es prueba deportiva. An event. The 100-meter butterfly in swimming is a swimming event. The 100-meter dash is a track and field or athletics event. And archery is a separate event or an event within the pentathlon, okay? An event. Now, when did you last win? I've never won. When did you last win the Christmas lottery? I've never won the Christmas lottery. When did you last win the quiniela, the football pool? I've never won. Won, the past tense of win and the participle. Win, won, won. Y suena igual que el número uno. Si yo dijera, no gané dos, gané solo uno. No gané dos, gané uno. I didn't win two. I won one. Suena igual. I won one. I didn't win two. Okay. All right, when was the last time you took a shower in Guadalajara? I've never taken a shower in Guadalajara. When was the last time it took you an hour to come here? It's never taken me an hour. When did you last win an archery contest? I've never won. When was the last time you told me to go to Argentina? I've never told you. Okay, we'll continue another day practicing irregular verbs in the present, in the past, and in the participle. In the meantime, practice them yourself. Speaking to the wall, using irregular verbs. When was the last time you saw? I've never seen. When was the last time you came? I've never come, etc. Okay? All right. See you again very soon. Bye-bye.